Hi there folks, this is Dean. Welcome to my world. Right guys, I'm doing this for a reason. I was jumping all over the place, but do you remember this? Yeah, you remember that? Look at me now. It's a little short of a miracle, eh? So I might only be running on a cross trainer, but look how far that is for me. You see, tiny steps for some people, mountains for others. But you know, now I've reached that tip of the mountain, it gets easier, I think. Certainly my workout today was fantastic. Little surprise, Dom's coming on to do a video, he's agreed. So the infamous hidden ghost, as my mum calls him, will make an appearance at some point, but I'll keep you on tenterhooks for that. I don't know when it is myself yet. But he will be, he's promised, so there you go. But look at this. I'm well chuffed. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Oh yes, before I move swiftly on, it's weighing day tomorrow, and I've got a feeling good about this time. You know, for those of you who don't know, I did gain most of the weight I'd lost, which wasn't much admittedly, when I went home. That was understandable under the circumstances, but nonetheless, you know, it's the excuses really, isn't it? So tomorrow's the big weigh-in since all that happened, so I'm excited. Hope you are too. No, I've got a feeling about this, because I feel, well, if I'm not, it's going to be a crime against humanity, because I feel like I've physically changed. So if I've gained weight, I'm going to be well crossed, but I don't think I have. Right, I'll get back on with it in a minute, because talking and exercising is how to work, I've discovered. Bye! This one really gets me, but I'm going to give it a go. Ready for this? I should say dun, dun, dun. Oh, take a look at the yellow. I'll get the toothbrush on him again. Here we go. The runner. Here goes. I'm running. Better get back to it. So, quick summary. Today I've walked here. It's quite a walk uphill. I've done my full workout program, which usually is enough on itself. I've upped all my weights on my program, and on top of that, just as an added extra, I've done all of the three main exercise machines: the cross trainer, the runner, and bike. I couldn't film on the bike because there's people on both sides of me and behind me, and that would be too much work for David with all them little bloody squares he has to put on. And to be honest, they looked a bit embarrassed, so you know, you're not out to embarrass people at the end of the day, so I just put it away. But you got the other two, I think, well, a little bit of them anyway. Like I say, it is a bit hard, you know, you can't embarrass people, so you'll have to bear with me. I do what I can. And obviously, as you can see, I forgot the GoPro today. I remember everything else except the GoPro, so it's all on my phone, and David will kill me. It's all in portrait, but I can't hold it in landscape. My hands are all sweaty, and for some reason it's harder that way around, because you've got to be careful. Your fingers hide the camera, but if you hold it just on one hand, your fingers are slippy. You keep dropping it as you go. So I've had to resort to portrait, so I apologise to the audience and mostly to David, who gets a little bit anal about portrait. Sometimes he doesn't really, but it does give him a lot more work. So I apologise for that, and David. And now I'm going to walk back home. So yeah, it's been a good day training wise. I really do feel good about this way, and I hope it's a good way in, because I feel like it's starting to come together. So glad that Dom came on the scene. So I'm glad he's doing a video, because actually he's made such a difference. And you know something? I've always thought all trainers, because they cost money, let's be fair, and all my money goes to Uganda. So, but for those of you who have got a bit of spare cash, or can make a spare cash, and you know that you're not really doing enough about your physical care, you could do worse. I'll tell you what, Dom, the best. You know what I say? I've only met a few, but of the few that I've met, he's the best. He is marvellous. So, you know, whether it's Dom or whether it's trainers per se, obviously it's hard for me to say, but I say he is pretty good. But I think that they're probably pretty, well, they're inspiring. I've got to say, they're non-judgmental, which is fabulous. You know, when you're judging yourself, probably harsher than everybody else anyway. You know, and but at the same time they do make you work. You know, as much as they don't judge you, and you know, there's kind of like, right, it's okay, you are where you are. They don't. It's not then a case of, so just sit up on your backside and do nothing. It's a case of, well, put it behind you, get up, get over it. That kind of approach works for me, I have to say, because I've got the will, but not the confidence sometimes, I think. So I need that bit of a push, and someone just says, get on with it. I'll put my fear behind me and get on with it. And I'm sure lots of other people are like that, but you know, I'm sure they work to the person, but my experience with trainer, the difference is ridiculous. Well, and when you think that, I mean, it speaks for itself when you think I was, you know, if I really worked hard and tried, I would lose a few grams, but then in the next few days everything would go haywire, and I'd actually gain a couple of kilos, and that was the pattern. That's why I was putting weight on to such a degree. And then to go from that to this total transformation, actually, I suppose on that point you've got to wait and see what the weighing is tomorrow, and I'm sure that will prove, the proof will be in the pudding. But last week I lost weight, didn't I? And I'm sure that I'm going to carry on in that direction, rather than this, you know, a couple of grams off, then spiraling out of control, and that hasn't happened. And I do think that's because you got someone there saying, so, are you cracking on with it? I have to say, this combination as well of having a trainer there, you know, to kickstart you, get going, then putting you on the program, on the app, and then, you know, just checking in with you, or you knowing you can check in with them, really works in this busy day and age. I'd really recommend that to anyone. You know, it probably is cheaper as well, and probably means that the trainers can support lots more people. You know, so in that sense, technology is working in a marvellous way here. Look how it's working for me. I think just knowing that I've got someone there on the end of the phone, because I mean, you know me, I wouldn't ring somebody and bother them, but I would definitely message, you know, because well, I can reply when they want to. But definitely knowing I've got that, massive difference. Honestly, I can't tell you. and I do think they're really supportive, non-judgmental. Cut myself off there. It's bodybuilding.com that I'm using. Fantastic. Tell you what, the things that are available to you these days, if you're aware of it and you've got access to it, we haven't really got a massive lot of excuse, have we, really, to not manage, not to get on, because there's so, you know, you can get support in lots of different ways. I suddenly use words like excuses because that's judgmental, and I mean, look at the state I was in. But you know what I mean. There's lots of opportunities there for you, especially for someone like me who really needs it. I mean, I needed a good kick, didn't I? And a good bit of guidance and support, and I'm getting it. And look at me, I'm thriving. Unbelievably, I honestly didn't. Little bit of a secret. I was really worried. I was worried that, you know, this just wasn't going to happen this time. I'm getting older. I could feel I was getting slower, and I was losing that will again. You know, so this was very timely for me. So obviously it's having a massive effect on my mental health as well, which, you know, is a bit of something I have to personally keep an eye on. So timely and fantastic. Thanks, Dom. So scratching. I'm not picking my nose. I keep scratching my nose because I've got. I don't know if it's hay. Feels like hay fever, but it's very itchy anyway. I'll apologise for the unhygienicness. Right. I better get on then. On that note, catch you all in the next. Well, tomorrow at weigh-in. What I'm doing is I'm doing my photographs at weigh-in as well. My naked from the waist up photos. I'm not ready to put them out yet, but you know, when there's some noticeable difference, I'll do that, and hopefully that'll be a bit inspiring as well. Okay, remember to like and comment and get people to subscribe and all that. Still not happening at the moment. Still not getting any contributions in on the Just Giving, you know, the donations. But you know what? I'm cracking on anyway, because I'm doing this for the folks over in Uganda, and I'm doing it for myself as well. So I've actually got enough motivation to keep going anyway. It would have been nice if people had given a bit or shown a bit of support, but I'm sure there's lots of reasons why that's not happening. I keep looking into those, but I made that conscious decision to just keep going anyway, because this can only be a good thing, really, can't it? Anyway, take care everyone, and look forward to tomorrow's weigh-in. Bye.